Hello viewers, I encountered a very strange situation with this telephone the other day. This is, or I guess it was, one of the telephones that I use around the house. I guess you could say this is my mother's telephone. I set this up for her to use in the kitchen and in the bedroom. And so the main base sits in the kitchen, which is fine, has worked fine. And then the accessory or extension, whatever, I'm blanking out as to what this is called at the moment, that this thing, it's late, I gotta go to sleep, this thing sits upstairs in the bedroom next to the computer. And the one in the kitchen has worked just fine, which of all the ones to fail, well, there's only two, but of the two that would fail, I would suspect something would go wrong with the one in the kitchen because it's exposed to other things, grease and whatever in the air. But that one has worked fine ever since I put it in place. This telephone, however, developed a charging issue. And these phones aren't used very often. They may get used 5 times a year, if that. And so the vast majority of the time they just sit there on the cradles. So this telephone, it stopped charging, and I pulled it out of the base to see what in the world would have gone wrong. And you can still see some remnants on here. I wish I took a video before I cleaned this, but there was rust. You can still see some of it's on there. This whole bottom here had a coating of rust on it. And the handset itself, you can see the rust stain on the information tag. You can see the rust in there. The contacts were rusted solid. It was really strange. It was almost as if, like, I would have suspected that this was full of water or something at whatever point, and then this was put in here while it was wet, but that's not conceivable. So I don't know what was going on with that. But anyway, so I needed to get this back up and working, so I just went around and I cleaned out the base, and I cleaned out the bottom of the handset here with some cotton swabs and isopropyl alcohol, and I thought I had got it clean enough to the point where it would work again, but it still was not charging. So, and of course this cradle doesn't seem like it's made to come apart, so we're going to have to play with that and figure out how to get that open. For now I've put a Uniden 8885 in its place. I had to decommission this because it's not working, so I did that, put the 8885 Uniden in its place, and then when the time presents itself I will open up this handset, maybe take some sandpaper and go over the contacts and take a layer of metal off of them. And I'll have to open this up. I mean, I don't see any rust on there, but on the contacts anyways, but I'll have to open this up and see if I can do the same to the contacts in there. So, strange. I've never seen that before. I may never see that again. And yet it happened in my own house. Very, very strange.